worked out for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we had 5 games, obviously a lot of goals scored, no goals against, and I think it really shows the pride that we, as an American team, have for keeping the ball out of the back of the net. And it's a pride that the entire team carries, not just the back 4, not the back 5. We had good team defense from the forwards all the way on back.
Were you surprised in 3 goals and 4 chances in the first half, how the result 4-0 against Canada?
No, I'm not surprised. I mean, this team, that's what we're known for. We put the ball in the back of the net, we play with pride, we play hard, we play with passion, and when you have a team like that with so much pride and so much competitive spirit, you never know what's going to happen, and you know, this team continues to prove itself as being one of the best teams.
For a keeper that didn't get a lot of action in the preliminary matches, how important was that first save? Could have been a 1-1 game. Different.
You know, that's the story of a goalkeeper's life. You know, you sit around, but you have to be ready when you're called on, and that's what separates a lot of goalkeepers. It's a mental game, and it's hard to do, but the defense actually always keeps me a part of them. I'm constantly talking to them, they're constantly talking to me, so I always feel like I'm a part of the game.
Finally, are you sensing the gap closing between Canada and USA? Or
it's not just Canada-USA. Yeah. I mean, you know, I have all the respect in the world for Canada, but I think it's amazing to see the sport grow, and you see it not just with this federation, you see it in all federations in the women's game. You can see it at the World Cup with the Japanese team as well. So it makes it that much more fun to watch women's soccer. And
you must thrive performing on this stage, like sold-out crowd.
I always thrive performing under pressure and in big crowds, absolutely.
You look pretty good. You've got some difficult, I guess it's a good thing, you've got some difficult decisions to make as far as how your team's going to look as you prepare for London.
We have so many options, and if I look at the bench and all the 20 players, they are good players, and our job, especially when we play a tournament, is to find the best starting lineup. Today we decided to go not with one of the best players, Lauren Cheney. She wasn't even starting lineup, but the combination with Abby and Alex Morgan turned out to be pretty good.
Has Alex earned a spot in the starting lineup now after tonight's performance?
Well, if we play tomorrow, I'd say yes. When we go to Algarve Cup, I don't know, because that's the beauty of the team we have right now. We will still change the starting lineup quite a bit, and regardless who we're picking, it will be a good team. But she brought something special today with Abby, and we had our air presence and speed up top made us look really good today.
The importance, you got the early goal, 4 minutes in. Then Canada started coming. They started to force things at the end. Hope Solo made about 2 or 3. She was unfortunately bobbled the ball, but you guys were able to clear the ball away. How important was Hope's play in the at that point of the game?
Of course, when Hope comes out and make that save, she gains confidence. We gain confidence. It's still 1-0, whatever the score was. But I think that is important, but also the way we play is not only the scores and when we're scoring. Of course, it's a pretty good feeling when you score early in the goal. But we have also been in a situation like Costa Rica, where when we score early goal, it's like, okay, what's happening now? And we're waiting for the second goal. So I'm not too much concerned about when we score on goals. I look at how we play, because that will matter. That's something you can control and creating chances. And the way we've been playing every game in this tournament, we have had spells where it looked really good. And again, in a final, when it really matters, it felt good.
Can you just comment on what it means to you, since this was an Olympic prelude, and also that you've maintained your mastery over Canada for so long, since 2001?
I look at tournament, and we are winners. That is important. It's great to feel the gold. That is something we are looking forward to when there is good games coming in forward. But look at Canada, or not Canada, I'm not caught up in that. It's more like how they play, and we're the midfielders and we were able to shut down Sinclair. I give the defending credit for that. Because next time we'll have different teams and it's all about their style.
Pia, Vancouver may host the World Cup in 2015. I know it's a ways from now, but what did you think of the atmosphere in the stadium? Could this be a possible site for a World Cup final in a few years from now?
The atmosphere was just tremendous, fantastic, and it's so much more fun to play under pressure, coach under pressure, and people care. That is important. I will say though, it's hard with this turf, it's beating them up. There is a reason why some of the players like Lapelva didn't play today, because we played on the turf, we had only one day and play again. So that's something, it makes so much harder compared to play on natural grass.
So, were you expecting more from Canada tonight in terms of competition, in terms of chances?
More, I think that will be almost insulting to say more, because I think they gave us a hard time, but today we put everything together, and I think we made them look poorly at times. But don't forget they created chances. Don't forget that there are things out there they did well. So at times it was a tight game.
Yeah, Coach, obviously your team went the whole tournament without allowing a goal. Was that a focus for you? Was that an emphasis at all, or is it just something that happened?
Yeah, that's something we actually talked about. It's nice to not giving up goals at all. We gave up a couple of chances, but we do have a good goalkeeper in Hope Solo, and we do have a great captain in Christian Ramcone. And there are a couple of situations where it's offside sometimes, when we are a little bit too slow dropping off, or whatever it is. And we have been working with the defending quite a bit, and we will continue to do that. And very, very happy, and I'm impressed of the way our defending, playing a tournament.
And not only is she fast, but she's strong on the ball. So if it's a 50-50 challenge, especially when it's a goal scoring opportunity, she's likely to win it and likely to get at least an opportunity or a shot on frame.
Got a 3-0 lead at the surprise.
Well, frankly, I actually was really surprised. I think that we came out really strong. I think that the early goal kind of took the wind out of their sails a little bit, quieted the crowd down, I think, a considerable amount. And then, of course, that second goal is just the backbreaker for them. It's hard to score one goal against the U.S., let alone two to equalize and three to go ahead.
Can you talk about the quality of the pitch here, Mr. Quinn?
The quality of what?
The quality of the field here.
Of the actual turf?
Yeah.
Well, I prefer not playing on turf, but I think the quality of the stadium was amazing. I think the Canadian fan, they brought their best. A packed stadium tonight, so none of us can complain. It's women's soccer. It's a very small glimpse to, I think, what we're going to see in 2015 World Cup, so I'm really excited for that.
Can you talk about your reaction to Hope's two saves in the first half?
Well, I actually, after her second save, I found myself wanting to go chest bump her for some crazy reason. You know, that's the very reason why Hope Solo's on this team, and that's why she's the #1 goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion. Because when called upon, she makes the big saves, and regardless if she's harboring any injuries, she goes into some serious confrontations with front runners of other teams. So I'm proud of her for sticking on the field, for staying in the starting lineup and giving us something.
What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you now to just be sitting behind Mia Hamm on the all-time goal scoring list?
Well, it's actually funny. At halftime, Alex reminded me of that actually being the case. I wasn't quite aware of it. You know, I'm kind of focused in on the game. Lil emailed me a couple days ago, and she says, you know, how about you go ahead and tie me already, and then why don't you go ahead and beat me already? But don't make it a toe poke, make it a nice goal. And I think that those two goals were great goals for us. Being that it's in the CONCACAF finals, you know, we didn't win the last qualifying tournament, so this was a big game for all of us, and we're really pleased with the result. Thanks, everyone.
Abby.